Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tonight I'm smoking pirate cake, which, I do have an empty tin here. This stuff, which is surprisingly pretty good. And the reason why I picked that is because the person I'm about to talk about, this is the closest thing to I have in tobacco terms or to smoke or whatever, is that. Because today I got a new book, and it's more for shits and giggles, and laughs, and just to humor myself. And because I'm a fan of Masters of the Universe, I grew up with He-Man, MOTU. I did a podcast. Well, I have a podcast that I'm going to jump back into at some point. I just don't know how I'm going to do that yet. I'm still working on that. So the book I got. Oh, sorry. Watch was dinging. The book I got was... Now, this person is probably the most brilliant mind ever to come out of a cartoon. There you go. What would Skeletor do? I mean, come on. I mean, I know Facebook had this group where Skeletor would give life advice and everything. This is kind of like that. And it's a funny, humorous book, which is perfect for the shed of solitude, where I can, get some laughs, and, it'll just be fun. So that's the backside of the book, if you want to pause and read it. But yeah, I thumbed through it real quick, and I thought it was amusing what I did see. I guess tonight's video is really more about, can you learn more from an evil guy than a bad guy? And I bring this up because Skeletor is one of those characters where, well, he's overconfident. That's like a thing that happens throughout cartoons and stuff in the the shows and movies and whatnot. But I mention that because one of the things we've mentioned on the Cantina Cast many times is, and I've said quite a bit, is you can learn more from Emperor Palpatine than you can Master Yoda. I know everyone laughs at that, but it's true. From my point of view, anyway. I mean, think about it. You could throw Wile E. Coyote in there, because this is part of, and not that he's evil, but one thing the three of them share, and others, is their persistence. They don't give up, man. They don't give up on their goal. They keep going at it, and they don't stop. So I do admire that. That's one lesson you can learn from them, is they just don't give up. The main one, the big one, I think, is patience. Especially with Palpatine. That is the most patient evildoer you'll ever come across, in fiction at least. Talk about man taking his time. And if you accept the canon of the new stuff, I mean, guy's like 180 or something when he's, half dead, zombie Palpatine. I don't know what was going on there. But, yeah, he was very patient to do his plan. Skeletor always comes up with a plan, it just falls apart. But he's patient, persistent, and keeps going. So maybe you can learn a lot more. Plus, they don't reveal all their... Well, Palpatine doesn't reveal everything. I don't think Skeletor necessarily does to his to He-Man and everything. He kind of tells his henchmen, who are a bunch of idiots, which, let's face it, most of us can relate to. You get some coworkers that aren't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed, and you give them a task to do, and they don't do it. So I guess a lot of people could relate to that with Skeletor. That's why he always says the famous line, "You boob." That might offend some people. It's a joke. Pirate cake is very underrated for me. Like, I have it. I loved it when I first got it. And then I stopped. And then every time I go back to it, it's like, oh, I forgot I had this and how good it was. It's pretty good. It's a surprising one for me, for tobacco. Let's see if we can find something humorous here with Mighty Skeletor here. Let's see. Fisto. That was a character that gave us a lot of laughs on the old podcast. There you go. There's a funny one. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know, I'm blocked out of the camera, so. But that's some of the humor you'll find in I love this type of stuff. Anyway, not much. Just goofy stuff you'd have to get if you watch the show, Masters of the Universe. You'd have to watch the show and kind of get some of the humor and goofiness. I'm sure some of the people that watch this or get attracted to my channel will get it, because I think most of them will be my age, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger, so they'll get it. That'll be it's a funny thing going back and watching that show, or any show that was in the 80s, 90s. It wouldn't necessarily fly today. And even you as an adult, you're like, really? How did we miss that? Really? All those innuendos and adult humor jokes that, you know? Anyway, there's really no point to this show other than, can you learn from a bad guy? I think so. Like, something that you could use. I don't mean it in the sense, like learning from oh, he did this, so, that's bad, don't do that type of thing. More like, okay, he did that to achieve that goal, but it's actually useful and I can apply it to do good type of thing. Like patience, persistence. Relying on others to do your dirty work, I guess. I don't know. Who's your favorite bad guy? Like, my ultimate bad guy is Darth Sidious or Palpatine or the Emperor from Star Wars. Probably my favorite all-time bad guy. Funny bad guy, I'd have to say Skeletor, man. That voice, the sarcasm that he has, I mean, that was just gold back in the day. What's that noise? I hope no creature's trying to get into the shed. That'll be weird. Yeah, he was one of them. Michael Myers. For pure evil, I have this... Well, I'll save that for Halloween, I guess, right? I'm not going to get into the whole scary movie thing till Halloween time, which will be here before you know it, because the summer's just flying by. But yeah, not much happened today. Work's just aggravating, but, at least tomorrow's Friday. Got that to look forward to. I got something planned for tomorrow's video. It's going to be a little different than normal. I'm going to record it in the morning, but it won't be available till probably sometime tomorrow night. But I hope you'll like it. It's going to be an experimentation. Might not come out that well, but then again, are any of my videos all that spectacular? I don't know. Probably not at the moment, but I feel like I'm getting a little more comfortable with this. So hopefully I get better. I can entertain you guys more. Give you a little something to think about as well. And maybe, I don't know, talk about some things anyway. So I got my monthly credit from Audible. And, hold on, if I can get my phone here. This is the latest one I went with. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not because of the way. Maybe if I go back here. But anyway, it's called Why We Drive. Basically, why we drive and the philosophy behind it. Sorry, my eyes were trying to adjust with that bright light, and looking at the screen wasn't working so well, so there was a pause there. But, which is interesting because after last night's video with the Bronco, you know, I was just going through today this morning. I'm looking through. It's almost like your phone knows. Even before you say it, it just listens and it knows everything. So, and that's a scary thing, but that's another video. So I was just skimming through. I was looking for some, I was going to do Seneca's Letters. And there was a lot of philosophy books in the fall, which I'll get to, but so I was just looking for something just different, and that one caught my eye. I'm like, all right, well, let me listen. So I was listening, and the person with the voice, or the narrator, if you will, was great. He sounded engaging, clear, and then, you know, I was clicking through some of the other ones on, like, Seneca and all that. Not so clear. It was like, ugh. No, it's just not working. It's not doing it for me. So I was like, you know what? I need another book to get back and forth with work. I'm going to go with that. Although tomorrow I won't be able to do that going to work. You'll see why. But anyway. So yeah, I got a new audiobook. I can never close it that quick. I listened to the first chapter. It was pretty good. It made me think about something I said in last night's video about getting out there and exploring more. And that was something I did with my first Jeep. And I'm looking forward to doing that with my next vehicle, whether it be a Jeep, a Gladiator, which is a Jeep as well, or a Bronco. This one's not staying lit. What else have I got coming in? I don't think I got anything else to show and tell like. I do have to fix the light thing because this thing is just too goddamn bright. Although it's not too bad for what it is, and the lighting in here, it actually works pretty good with the camera. Now, I don't know about where you are, but where I am, it's about to get very hot. High 90s. Of course, humid. That's the problem around here. Humidity is a bitch. I'm sure people in Florida and Arizona are laughing at me, but my friend Retro Ralph, who's from Rhode Island, who lives in Arizona, where it's like, what, 119 every day? He can tell you the humidity in Rhode Island is not fun. It's just not. Like in the Northeast, it's just like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. Because I've been in Florida when it was humid, and that's a whole other different level of humid. But here, this is more like, I don't know, I can't even describe it, but so we get that. At least I got the pool. The pool's in, so I'm going to be living in the pool. and doing videos. I don't know how I'm going to do that in here. So I'm going to have to figure a way to do that. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we'll see. I may do something different than the shed. It may be outside of the shed. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to get a little creative for that. But what else do you think I should add over here? I mean, I got this hat kind of blocks one of my favorite characters of all time from Masters of the Universe, Skeletor. My favorite character. And someday I'll talk about that. But yeah, I don't know. I got a shelf way up there, and there's some more stuff up there, but you guys kind of don't see that. But I don't know. Maybe someday I'll do a standing up video. Who knows? I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling tonight, so I apologize. But anyway, hopefully you laughed about the Skeletor thing. Let me know in the comments below about bad guys. What do you got? What's your thoughts on learning anything from bad people, or evil people, I should say? Is there anything to learn from them? I should say fictional, because I mean, like in real life, you can't. Like, what are you going to learn from Hitler? Not much. I mean, the dude was pretty awful. I mean, there's nothing redeeming at all. Saddam Hussein, same thing. The list goes on and on with the dictators. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess fiction-wise. So, but then again, you know, some evil genius once said, because he manipulated and twisted things, evil is a point of view, Anakin, you know? So, that's another thing. Points of views. That could be a video in all of itself there. But anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. I've rambled on and probably wasted enough of your time today. I'm going to finish this one up. I will see you guys tomorrow. That's good. All right, everybody. Have a good night. I'm out of here.